So, it happened. The fateful day has come. Your French neighbors, those watchful sentinels who have spent months silently evaluating the way you reverse into your driveway, have invited you to dinner, which sounds friendly, generous, civilized, until you realize that this is not a dinner invitation. This is an initiation ritual. It is the social equivalent of being handed a sword and told, go, impress the Republic. Because in France, dinner is never just dinner. It is an Olympic event with cutlery. This is not America's let's get pizza and talk about our feelings. This is a 6-act play written by Voltaire and performed entirely by people who believe cheese is a moral category. But do not fear, I will guide you through this maze. Keep calm, keep charming, and whatever happens, never touch the cheese wrong. Let's start by the obvious. Never arrive on time. This is your first test, the punctuality trap. You see, when a French person says, come at 7:30, what they actually mean is come at 7:45, holding something elegant, looking faintly apologetic. Arrive at 7:30 sharp and you will find your hosts half-dressed, panicking, possibly blow-torching a duck while shouting merde at time itself. Arrive at 7:45 and you are perfection, the embodiment of polite disregard for structure. Arrive at 8 and you are mysterious. Arrive at 9 and you are a catastrophe. In France, punctuality is not about clocks, it is about vibes. You are meant to respect their time by pretending not to care about it. Bring tribute, not bribery. Never ever arrive empty-handed. That's like showing up naked to mass. But also, do not overdo it. You are not buying the property back from them. A bottle of wine is fine, if and only if you know your wine. Because remember, you are in the only country where a 7-year-old can taste a Cabernet and go, ah oui, earthy, with hints of regret. If you don't know, skip the wine. Bring flowers, but not chrysanthemums. Those are for funerals. And remove the cellophane, because in France, plastic wrapping is considered emotional cowardice. Chocolates are safe. Pastries too. Anything edible that looks like you queued for it while sighing about the weather. And hand it over after the greetings, not as you walk in. This isn't hostage exchange. Let's talk about the anatomy of a French dinner. There are stages. Act 1, the apéritif or apéro. The apéro is how the French test whether you can hold a glass and conversation without collapsing. You will get a small drink, a glass of wine, perhaps something with a faint taste of France, and a plate of olives that look decorative but are meant to last until sunrise. This stage can go on for hours. You will think, this must be dinner. It is not. Dinner hasn't even looked at its watch yet. Act 2, the entrée. This is something delicate, symbolic. A tart, a pâté, maybe a salad, so carefully arranged it could apply for citizenship. Eat slowly. Admire. Use words like subtle and balanced, even if you have no idea what's happening in your mouth. Act 3, the plat principal, the main dish, possibly duck, possibly chicken, always with sauce. The sauce will be exquisite, ancient, alchemical, the result of 3 generations of women muttering spells over boiling stock. Smile, eat, make small noises of approval that sound like philosophy. Act 4, fromage, the cheese course. Pay attention, this is where reputations are made or destroyed. Do not, I repeat, do not cut the nose off the cheese. That's the tip, the most flavorful part. Cutting it off is like slapping Marianne across the face with a baguette. You cut diagonally, preserving the shape. It's geometry, it's ethics, it is France. Act 5, dessert. Usually something simple and perfect. Tart, mousse, or a cake that looks like it was built under royal supervision. Even if you are full, you say oui. Even if you have transcended hunger and now see time as a circle made of cheese, you say oui. Act 6, coffee and digestif. This is the false ending. Coffee so strong it could fuel a Vespa, followed by a small glass of something that smells like a forest crime scene. This is how we reboot our systems to discuss philosophy until midnight. By this point, you will be staring at your reflection in the spoon, wondering when you started enjoying this madness. That's all well and good, but let's talk about conversation. French dinner talk is a full contact sport. Everyone speaks at once, loudly, passionately, and somehow, impossibly, understands each other. Topics fly like bread rolls: culture, gossip, metaphysics. Do talk about food, always food. It is the French national language, after all. Wine, but only to praise it. History, but only vaguely. No need for dates, just emotions. The local market, the weather, and how civilization is doomed, but beautifully so. Do not talk about money. Ever. Do not talk about religion unless you enjoy slow death. Your personal medical history. Nobody wants to discuss your gallbladder over crème brûlée. And remember, self-deprecating humor is your shield. We love humility wrapped in irony. Another question you may ask, well, how long do we stay? French dinners have no fixed end. They simply fade, like an old song or the Roman Empire. You arrive at 7:45, you might leave at midnight, or 1 or 2. Time dissolves somewhere around the digestif. You will know it is time to go when someone sighs and says, "Bon, on ne va pas vous retenir." Literally, we won't keep you. Spiritually, dear God, leave before we fossilize. That's your cue. Stand up, compliment the food, again, twice. Express mild disbelief at how delicious everything was. So, you need to learn how to read the exit signs. French body language is subtle but lethal. When the host begins stacking plates while talking, the dinner is ending. When they start closing windows, the dinner is really ending. When someone starts yawning behind a smile, you are in overtime. How about returning the favor? Within a week or two, invite them back. But don't go too fast. France operates on emotional marination. If you can cook, wonderful. If you cannot, be honest. Make something simple but sincere. Roast chicken, salad, cheese, wine. Pretend it is rustic minimalism, not lack of skill. We will admire the honesty. So, what is the philosophy of it all? Because, and here is the secret, the French dinner isn't about food. It is about belonging. It is how people measure each other's humanity through conversation, laughter, and the ability to survive 4 hours of cheese-based philosophy without collapsing. If you are invited, it means something. It means you've been accepted. You are now part of the rhythm, that peculiar French balance of indulgence, melancholy, and existential pastry. And when you finally stumble home at 1 in the morning, your jacket smelling of camembert and victory, you will realize something profound. You didn't just survive a dinner, you survived France. You have played the social symphony, nodded at the right moments, and you have learned that civilization's secret ingredient is butter, patience, and the quiet fear of cutting the cheese wrong. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Oui. And this is my 11-year-old Nala, who was meowing downstairs, because she wanted me to play with her toys and with her. That's why I'm out of breath, because I came down up and down the stairs to get you and show you I'm busy. Fluffy. Non, pas manger. Pas manger, papa. See you soon. Au revoir. Au revoir.